let's see, I said Bucks would sweep, and they were actually gentlemen about it. They gave Orlando one game. Then I said Philly would win one game, but then Boston had other plans, and they swept Philly. Then I said that the Nets would take 2 from Toronto, and not only did Toronto sweep, but they put a little extra on it. They brought out the vacuums, and they just wiped the Nets out. I also said that Miami and Indiana would go to 7. They brought the flamethrowers for the Pacers. It wasn't even close. So all of my predictions were correct in terms of who I thought would win. It was just the details in the predictions that were off. 3 teams swept, 1 spotted their opponents won, and we call that a gentleman's sweep. Pretty fast series, pretty straightforward. These teams weren't playing any games. Like I said, I thought Toronto would lose 2 to Brooklyn. I thought Miami and Indiana would go to distance. I thought Philly would get 1, and I thought the Bucks would sweep, but the Bucks spotted Orlando a game. I'm not saying that like they literally gave them a game, but Orlando won game 1. You know, you saw the games as well. So since the second round is already set and it's already in motion as I'm recording this, to be honest, I'm just really late on it. I'm just gonna give you my predictions on who I think will win the the 2 series in the Eastern Conference. I respect Miami and, you know, their toughness. Of course, it's not a team that's gonna lay down for anyone, especially being led by Jimmy Butler. They're a good team, but I still feel like something is missing with that team. I just don't see them as a championship team, maybe like some people may see him. I personally don't think Jimmy Butler can be the best player on a championship team. I'm not knocking him, but he's a good player, but I think that if the Heat are gonna win a title, he's gonna have to be the second guy. He's not gonna be the guy that's gonna carry them. They don't have that first guy like Milwaukee clearly have. And Milwaukee have a second guy. I mean, how much better can you honestly say that Butler is than Middleton? Because Middleton is a really good player as well, but he's not good enough to be the best player on a championship team, and that's why he had Giannis Antetokounmpo. And with Milwaukee, you know, I keep going back to last year. They've been through so much. You know, they beat down Detroit in the first round last year. Then Boston got them in game 1 of the second round, and they beat Boston down the rest of the way. And they looked like they were about to do it in the Eastern Conference Finals when they went up against Toronto. Of course, this Toronto team had Kawhi Leonard. Milwaukee took a 2-0 lead in the series, and then it just all came down crumbling from there. Like, Giannis was exposed by Kawhi Leonard. He wasn't the MVP we saw in the regular season, and Milwaukee lost the last 4 games, and you know what happened after that. And I'm also not going to doubt Milwaukee because, you know, when you look at all 4 series in the first round of the East, it appeared that Milwaukee struggled the most and they were the 1 seed. I'm not going to doubt them because of, you know, Orlando gave them a teeny beeny bit of scare. Not a scare, but just a little trouble. I'm not going to become a prisoner of the moment because of that. I think sometimes that's what those teams need in order to get pushed and to wake up. Milwaukee lost game 1 to Orlando. Look what happened the rest of the way. Sure, Orlando, you know, they were in some of those games. They missed a lot of shots, but I don't think that series should be the criteria for what's going to happen in this second round series between Miami and Milwaukee. Miami did take 2 out of 3 in the regular season, but like I said, you have to wipe that thing clean slate. That means absolutely nothing. Miami's a tough team. I keep saying it. Milwaukee is a really great team, and I'm going to take the Bucks to win this series in 6. Milwaukee's going to win this series. The bench have to come to play. They got to show up. Of course, Middleton and Bledsoe, they got to be that second and third, but the bench really have to make an impact on this series if Milwaukee's going to advance. Toronto showed no mercy to Brooklyn in the first round. This thing got so bad that in the closeout game, game 4, their bench scored 100 points. You know what that was? That was a message to the media, to everyone that's been counting this team out. Everyone knew that they would have a good record and they would make the playoffs, but for a lot of people, they exceeded expectations. For me, I never thought that they were going to go back and win the championship without Kawhi Leonard, but I did think that they would still have a top record in the East, and they finished in the exact same spot as they did last year, second best team in their conference, and they actually had a better record than the one-seeded Lakers in the West. I respect the Raptors, and they have had, like I said, they've had an unbelievable season, but my thoughts on them is the same as they were before the season started. They don't have that guy who's going to get them that bucket down the stretch when they need it. That guy is not with them anymore. He's, in LA now, being a fun guy. Kawhi Leonard. I think this series will also almost go the distance with the C's winning in 6. Key to this series for Boston to win is to make big shots down the stretch, because neither team is going to blow the other out. But the difference for Boston is they have the guy that can make the shots down the stretch, Jason Tatum. I don't think Toronto had that guy. I don't think they have the guy that's going to get them that bucket when they need it. So, those are my picks for the Eastern Conference semifinals. The West isn't set. That conference always dealing with some drama. Like I said in the last predictions video, the West is filled with drama. In the East, they like to stay drama-free. They like to get things done, tend to it in a fashionable manner. That way they can take care of the business and get to the next. But the West, they just want to drag it on. It seems like the Lakers are the only team that just say, you know what? A lot of people think we're going to lose this series, but we ain't got time for this. Let's be like the East, and let's be drama-free. Thank you guys for hearing me out. This was the Reed Report Eastern Conference semifinal predictions. Until next time, be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe. I appreciate you guys. I will continue to provide, I can't even talk, great content. Appreciate you. Thank you. Until next time, hear me out.